Am I on too early? You guys, can you stop the licking fest? I mean, I know that we're getting ready to unbox the Sensual Wicca Tarot, but like really, gross, guys, just gross. Why is that not working? Let me see here. Okay, there goes YouTube. So I'm live on YouTube, but Facebook. Oh, there goes Facebook. Okay. All right. Hi, guys. This is Dan. Happy Easter. Hi, Jamie Taylor. How are you, dear? So I'm going to do, I thought I'd get on for a minute. Tonight is Sunday night. We're going to do Charmings a little bit later. But I thought I was a little bit bored. Oh, wow. A whole bunch of comments just came in. Hey, Heidi Phillips. Hey, Mary Lyman. Hey, Lisa. Hi. Hey, Mary Alice. So I thought since today's, honoring Jesus Christ, and my dogs are all like into it, I guess, I'm going to unbox the Sensual Wicca Tarot. I've been sitting on these. I have both the Sensual Wicca, right? Oh, right, because, witches like it too. And I have, if that's not enough for you, if you're not feeling very Wiccan, at some point I'm going to unbox the Sensual Goddess. Oh, sorry. So we've got witches and goddesses like just doing their thing. I'm going to use these. I've had these for a while. These were from a viewer, Karen Albano. She sent these to me. And I've kind of been nervous about unboxing them, to be honest. As much as I'm intrigued about using them, they're provocative, let's say, provocative tarot cards. So why not open them on on Easter Sunday? Why not? Let's really, if we're gonna fuck it up, let's really piss God off. So, Easter's this is a perfect time to be opening these, actually, because it's all about fertility, spring equinox, and all of that was stolen from pagan ritual and turned into the Catholic belief or whatever. But that's neither here nor there. Right, so let's honor the witches and Mother Earth and the female reproductive cycles. But here's the deal. For those of you viewers that may be under the age of 18, I do not know what's in this box. I am about, and that, if I had a nickel for every time I said that, right? I do not know what's in this box. So I'm going to say this. If you're under 18, turn this video off right now. If you're watching this live, go away from your computer. Go outside and play. Reenact the resurrection of Jesus. Do something different today. If you are 18, if you're not 18, go and talk to your parents and get their permission, and then send me that permission slip signed to my business page. You can find my business page at this link that I'm putting in the chat right now. You can send me that permission slip, and then I'll let you watch this video. Beyond that, this video is for 18 or older because I do not know what's on this deck. I know that it is a Wiccan vision of the world of sexuality. So I cannot be responsible. I can't imagine that these are going to be too provocative, but I don't know. So this is the reason why I am unboxing these, though, why I want to get these unboxed. I was going to try and unbox them yesterday so that last night I could come on live and do Sensual Saturdays. It's stupid, I know. But what I want to do is like love. I was trying to think of what night would be a good night to do readings that just deal with like sort of love and romance and issues of that nature. And nothing starts in the week as a R or D or L or anything like that. So I thought Sensual Saturdays, because I have two different sensual tarot decks, right? And so sensual can be about love. It doesn't have to be about just sex. It can be about the senses and feeling those feelings towards one another and relationships and all of that. So I thought, why not? And then that way some of us can tell, am I going to be getting some anytime soon? Because, that's a question post-pandemic that some of us ask. That's important. We want to know. Inquiring minds or something wants to know. I don't know what part of you is inquiring, but you may need to ask the tarot that. And I want a safe night where we can do that. And I thought Saturday nights, why not? That's kind of like a date night. So if none of us have dates, we can pretend and ask the cards, where the hell are our dates, damn it? So you do need an adult Mary Alice, girl. You do. I need you to get your a permission slip signed. So seriously though, for those of you that are under 18, I don't know what's in this box and I can't be responsible. I probably should have put that in the title. But I mean, I do see a pair of breasts on the box. So, but it's art. It's not like pictures. It's not real people. So we're going to open this up and look on Jesus's, I don't know if today's like his birthday. I wasn't raised in the church, so I don't know. But on this holy day, we're going to look at the Sensual Wicca Tarot. If I feel up for it, I might go offline and come back on and do Sensual Goddess so that both the decks are unboxed and ready for next Saturday. And then you all can like figure out if you want to show up on Saturday and have your cards ready. My dog's over there doing something. I don't know what she's snuffling in, but I think she's probably having a time right now. All right. So, and later, for those of you that are interested in maybe privately buying this deck, I hear it discreetly. If you purchase it through my Amazon affiliate link, which will be in the drop-down menu of this video once it's fully uploaded to the channel, it comes discreetly wrapped in a yellowish colored padded envelope, padded for your pleasure. So I'm just kidding. But yes, please feel free to support the channel in that way by going and purchasing it through my Amazon affiliate link once I get this fully uploaded. I can't believe I'm doing this. All right, so here we go. Okay, so I'm gonna flip the camera around and I'm going to, Mary Alice, honey, you're always in your feels, dear. This is not here, not now, girl. I'm busy. All right, so let me see here. Let me get up in this. And, oh, wrong camera. Hold on. That's my glass of water and the Sensual Goddess. So, let me see. Oh, of course, it'd be the camera in the rear. There we go. All right, let's get it centered. We're getting it in the rear with the Sensual Wicca Tarot. All right, here we go, guys. You ready for this? All right. Can you stop, Tallulah, with the snuffling, girl? Like, wherever you've got your nose, pull it out of there, please, sister. Okay, so this is by Tallulah. Do you hear her? It's his rebirth or ascension into heaven after. Right, no, his resurrection, right, after being crucified. I know that. So it's sort of like his birthday. I don't want to be disrespectful to Catholics. Like, I really don't, you know, and those that celebrate Easter, but I don't fully understand it because I was not raised in the church. I wasn't allowed in the church because I'm gay, you know, like ultimately I grew up, I was child of the 70s and 80s. So we were kind of shunned by anything religious for the longest time. It's not like it is today. Not that we're fully accepted now either, but we're much more mainstream and accepted than we used to be. So it's by Nada Mesar, and the artwork is by Elisa Pogese, and it's the publishing house is Lo Scarabeo, which I usually like their decks a lot. Oh, sorry, I should hold that up where you guys can see it. And then there's no real thing. It says from sexual magic to the problems of couples and relationships. So that's perfect. 78 arcana with instructions and explanations of the symbols. Now that sounds a bit like the Kama Sutra, if you ask me, but I'm not, you know, I'm not upset. We'll see what's going on. So it's neatly wrapped in plastic for your protection. I think that's really very forward thinking on Lo Scarabeo's part. Like, get it? There's nothing inside the box. So we're going to practice safe tarot. I'm getting, Tallulah, can you go do that in the other room? Seriously. I guess not. So gross. So let me cut this open here carefully along the perforated edges. Okay. All right, so we're going to go through this deck, guys. And as I said, for those of you that are young and watching, turn it off, go away. You'll learn about this later in high school, I promise. Okay, these cards are very slippery. Get your mind out of the gutters. So it comes with a book. I like those Scarabeo cards, though, really. I do. I don't know why. I love them. They just sort of do it for me. So, Sexy Wicca Tarot, Sensual Tarot. These are all the different like languages it's in. It's a multilingual thing. That's always Lo Scarabeo. So it comes in English, Italian, Spanish, French, and Dutch. It talks about exploration. I don't even want to go there. Communication, meditation, There probably is little spreads in here. It gives you the major arcana. It's again not very not very what's the word? Explanatory. I mean, the explanations are just like single words, upright and reversed, which is kind of cool. The initiator is the high priest. The consort is the emperor. The mother is the empress. So some of these have different names. Ooh, this one here, similar, is lust is strength here, like the Thoth deck. So interesting in that regard, because I never kind of got around that. The seeker is the hermit. Time, maiden, mother, and crone is the wheel. Justice is called balance. So this is going to take some time for me. Arising is the judgment. Oneness is the world. Obsession is the devil. Okay, so then we've got maiden, which would be the knave. The acolyte, which would be the knight. The mother, which is the queen. And the sage, which is the king. Okay, well, whatever. I'll get used to that. So, and that's really it. That's all it's gotten here. I mean, and it kind of flies through air. It gives you, yeah. So that's pretty much it. And then it's in all other languages. So it's a pretty straightforward, straightforward, quick shooting deck. Excuse me. And then there's a deck card here. Lo Scarabeo Tools for a Spiritual Journey, amongst other things, apparently. A special tarot invitation. So this is the back of the deck, guys. It's this beautiful purple. I'm sorry, I'm not. And then the Sensual Wicca Tarot. There's just a card here. Okay, so we've got the Fool. And instead of being guided by a dog, she's being warned by a small pussy. Sorry, guys. Oh my God, testicles. Second card in, and we've got testes. The Magician. But he is showing you his magical sort of prowess there. The High Priestess. The Mother, or this would be the Empress. The Consort, or the Emperor. These are definitely Dirty Disneyland for sure. The Initiator. What did I say the Initiator was? I can't remember. Oh my God. Oh, the Hierophant. Sorry. The Lovers. The Chariot, she's got one breast out. That's one way of getting a ride, girl. Like, I'm just saying, one breast out. You know how to hitchhike, girl. Lust, so this would be Strength card. The first Strength card I've seen that doesn't have like a lion in it. The Seeker, this would be the Hermit. Now, he's not giving me very sexual vibes. I don't know. I feel robbed. Time. This is Mother, Maiden, and Crone. So this is the Wheel of Fortune. Justice. The Hanged Man. These are cute though. Transformation. Is that the Death card? The Two Vessels. Wait, is this the Tower? Let me see. Hold on. I think the Tower. Hold on, guys. I just want to make sure on these majors. Because the Two Cups reminds me of the Star. No, that's Death. Oh, it's Death and Temperance. Okay. So this is Temperance. Then we've got Obsession. So this is the Devil. Whoa! There is a erect penis there. So let's just keep moving on. We've got Eruption. Now that's the Tower. Wow. We've got the Star. He's like, yeah, I did that damn thing. We've got the Moon. The Sun, arising. So this is temperance, sorry, the Judgment. And oneness. And so this would be the World, the end of the major arcana journey. Beyond first base, out of focus. Y'all. All right, the Ace of Cups. My cup runneth over. That does not look so much like water in that cup, but I'm just saying, I'm going to leave it alone. Okay. The Two of Cups. I love that it's two women. That's kind of hot. The Three of Cups. They're like, hey, I've got this girlfriend from work. Can she come over? Sure, Barb. Let's have her over. Hey, Stacy, grab a cup. Let's party. The Four of Cups. Ooh, the aftermath of the party. This is Stacy. She's like, I know I shouldn't have done that. Oh my God, Barb and Mary are never gonna, I'll never see her like the same in the office again. The Five of Cups. Whoa, there is some drama going on here. We've got two dudes making out and the girlfriend is pissed. She's like, how dare he? There's some drama up in these cards. The Six of Cups. Invite Stacy for sure. The Seven of Cups. I live. This deck is too much fun. I might have to open up Sensual Goddess just to see how risque that one is. I'm surprised there was actually an erection in this deck. I'm really surprised by that. The Eight of Cups. This is actually probably one of the more happy Eight of Cups. I think it's that dolphin that really kind of lifts my spirits. It's like, come on, let's go. Let's get out of here. Fuck them. Okay, I'm out. Deuces. The Nine of Cups. Priscilla, people are leaving, but I kind of like it. The Ten of Cups. The salmon's like, oh, look at, I stacked all of these cups. I'm so proud of myself. It took me all day, but I am King Salmon Stacker. The Maiden of Cups, so this would be the Knave. So like the Page of Cups, and she's still talking to that damn fish. I love it. Hey there! The Acolyte of Cups, so this is the Knight of Cups. Look at that strategically placed fin job. I live it. I live for it. Get it. The Mother of Cups or the Queen of Cups. I also like that there's some ethnic diversity going on in the deck. I've noticed that. And then you've got the Sage of Cups or the King of Cups. And he's got that orca pulling him in a big soup bowl. Attaboy. He looks a bit like Kenny Rogers with Fabio's haircut, don't you think? I'm down. All right, then we've got the Ace of Pentacles. This bear is pissed. He's like, yes! Pouring one out for the homies. The Two of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles. He's like totally just graffitiing the wall. The Four of Pentacles. It's kind of funny how some of these characters, because this is the same person that was in the Hanged Man and has been in a couple of other cards, they kind of reoccur. The Five of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles. See, like it's the same Indian kid, or Native American, I should say. The Seven of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is kind of an interesting nine because usually she's depicted alone in the field, and this lady's obviously not been alone with all these children running around. I'm just saying. Like, she's got babies and stuff. Like, she's been busy, this girl. Oh, here she is. Here's her in the Ten of Pentacles. So she carries over. That's kind of cool. I kind of like how they carry over from one story, one card to the next a little bit. That's interesting. I don't know that I would let the wolf hold the baby like that, but, you know, to each their own. You know, maybe babysitters were really expensive back during this time of in the world, in history. The Maiden of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles. The Acolyte of Pentacles or the Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. That's okay. See you, Lisa. Then we've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Two of Wands. We have the Three of Wands. Oh, I understand, Lisa. That's fine. The Four of Wands. So the wands are really where all the full frontal comes out, apparently, which would make sense because it is the Wands deck. The Five of Wands. It's like, so here they are being celebrated as like a couple, right? This is interesting. So like, look at this story that we've got going on. Like the Two of Wands is like, yeah, let's, you know, maybe think about getting together. You got a cute butt. I got a cute butt. Like, let's like, you know, reach the apex, the pinnacle, let's dream. The Three of Wands is kind of like making that dream happen. Like, let's get our girlfriend Barbara to come over and, you know, she can strip down and we can do some sex magic and really bring our love about in a really profound way, including the, you know, divine feminine influence, right? So Barbara comes over, they light some sticks on fire and they do their thing. And then we got them, they're like, oh yeah, you know, Rick and Steve, they got together and they're like a fabulous couple. Let's go. They had the best wedding ever. Nobody, I mean, they were so edgy and like fashion that they wore nothing to their own wedding. These queens are like beyond when it comes to fashion choices. But then it's like everybody's persecuting them. Like, screw you, Rick and Steve. What do you mean it's not open bar? Okay. And then the Six of Pentacles, again, we have our girlfriend with her breast out. This time she's being celebrated for having used that breast to get that ride in the chariot. Then we've got the Seven of Pentacles. Or Seven of Wands. I'm sorry, we're not even in Pentacles. I'm like all thrown. We've got the Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. We've got the Ten of Wands. We've got the Maiden of Wands. We have the Acolyte of Wands or the Knight of Wands. We've got the Queen of Wands. We've got the King of Wands or the Sage of Wands. Heidi Phillips said she started a rideshare company called Boober. I live, Heidi. I live. That's amazing. The Ace of Swords. The Two of Swords. The Three of Swords. The Four of Swords. This is a really strange Four of Swords. Like usually, you know, it's just like a window. The Five of Swords. Interesting that it has the Emperor, the painting of the Emperor there. The Six of Swords. The Seven. The Eight of Swords. Boober. That's hilarious. The Nine of Swords. The Ten of Swords. This is actually not such a bad Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is usually one of the more awful images that I don't like, and that one's kind of actually pretty. The Maiden of Swords. The Knight of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Oh my God, she's got somebody's head on a platter. And then the King of Swords. And interesting because it's the same pants that the Emperor was wearing in the Emperor card. So I don't know why they have Emperor's Aries energy, but let's just see how the deck shuffles, and we'll just, you guys, for those of you that are out there that are wondering, am I going to get some? Do I even need some? Will it be good? These shuffle beautifully, but they always, I like Los Scarveo. They're just good cards, I mean, as a rule. So just sort of begin to formulate your question, or this card is for anybody that watches this video from now until the end of time. Christina says, can you imagine you and your friends at the bar? You need a ride? No, I'll just call a boober. Then you pull your tit out of your shirt. Okay, let's see here. So, what do we need to know, deck? Okay. Here we go. Here's the answer to, oh my God, it's our King of Swords. So what has he got going on here? He's hammering out his sword. This to me doesn't feel so hot and sensual, quite frankly. It feels rather aggressive. The swords, I'll say this, the king and the queen with that of swords in with that head on the platter, to me, feel a little bit violent. I mean, granted, swords is air element and is supposed to be more analytical over emotional, but this, to me, these two guys feel a little bit aggressive in nature. I'm not exactly sure why they did that. Let me see here. I would say that, I mean, I'm trying to read this sensually, but it doesn't feel very sensuous to me. I mean, yes, he's a little bit hot and sweaty, but he seems a little bit too into his work for me. I feel like possibly we might be overthinking it too much. There might be, it's just for some reason, I think it's all the red tones and that fiery pit in the background, right? That he's the iron or the blacksmith fire. I mean, I get that that's supposed to produce heat, but to me, it produces more of an aggression or anger as I'm looking at this card. I mean, I know that the cards will change for me over time, and I may not get this feeling, so I'm gonna just go with this as it is now. But to me, it feels like he's wailing on that sword. Like we might be using our mind to be hard on ourselves or critical of ourselves in some way, shape, or form, and because of that, because of the power of that criticism, maybe we're placing a wall between us and the ability to find connection, and that could be either sensual or romantic connection, right? The thing is this being what would be represented as the King of Swords to me would say to me that we are powerful creators in our mind right out of the gate, right? He's here, he's hammering out this beautiful sword, and the thing is that he's skilled at what he does. So it says to me that my viewers, or those of you that asked a question or even want to take this as a reading, you guys know, or maybe you're unaware, but you should know, or you need to know that your mind is a powerful tool, i.e. almost even a weapon, like this sword that you're forming here, or that this king is forming here. And when we get into our mind around relationships, sexuality, sensuality, things of that nature, where we might need to be a little bit vulnerable, I don't feel as though we're able, or those of you that have asked the question are able to be as vulnerable as maybe this area of your life might require right now, because to me, this sage or this king feels very active. He feels very aggressive. He feels like, yes, he wants it, right? He's desirous of it, but it's like for some reason, he's not allowing himself to have it just yet. Like either the sword needs to be perfect, or it needs to be the right partner, or I need to be in such a state that I'm perfectly ready for this connection, romance, sex, whatever it is that you're seeking or asking about today. And so to me, I don't think that this is a bad card, even with the aggression aspect of it. To me, I feel like this is reminding us of to keep a clear thought pattern, right? Or a clear mind, know the truth about the situation. So however we're looking at ourselves or another person, are we looking at them truthfully, with honesty, with a clear analytical mind? Are we giving them a fair shake? Are we giving ourselves a fair shake? Are we being, as non-judgmental to ourselves or our potential romantic partners as possible, right? Or are we expecting the world? Are we working really hard on ourselves, or being very hard on ourselves, and we're not giving ourselves enough credit or enough sort of leeway to relax and enjoy this? Does that make sense? I don't know if that makes sense for anybody or those of you that watch this later, but that's kind of the feeling that I'm getting from this. I do feel empowered because it's the King of Swords. He is in an empowered position, but it's funny to me. I also see this chain that's breaking off the corner here, and to me it feels like maybe we might be turning a corner or breaking free of something that limited us in our mind by becoming aware that it even exists. Right? That we're sort of in charge of our journey. That's also the pants of the emperor here. Like, I feel like we get to be in charge. This is like to me, it's almost like a lower version of the emperor, right? Where maybe we're being a little bit too intellectually critical of ourselves, or, maybe we're overthinking things right now at this time. That's not necessarily always attributable to the King of Swords, but in this space, this card is making me feel that way right now. So that's how I would determine this for you guys. I know it's not the most fun or sexy reading, but I do think that, with being aware of where we're at and how we are thinking, can definitely set ourselves up to either have a lot of work ahead of us, which is the vibe that I'm getting from this card, because he's there, working hard on that anvil. To me, it feels like we're maybe, no pun intended, pounding ourselves in our own mind, right? Like being harsh with ourselves or being overly critical. And that might be setting up more work for ourselves in this department, where we're not able to have like this sort of ease and the freedom that sensuality or sexuality requires to kind of flow freely. I know that sounds kind of weird, but that's what I'm looking at here, or what I feel like I'm looking at right now. I do think that this is a thank you, Priscilla. I see that you said that makes sense. I see that that chain up in the corner really attracts my attention. Like, it feels like we are breaking free of this and realizing where we're limiting ourselves. This is ultimately a power card. It's a court card. It's bringing about an awareness within ourselves of our own mental, sort of creative strength. And if we've been using it in a way that has been overworking us, or not giving ourselves enough of a break, or maybe we've been too tunnel visioned on a specific task that we haven't created enough space in our life to allow for sensuality and sexuality and other partners to come into the picture, now is the time to maybe break free of that and be conscious of that, and start to allow that flow and that ebb to come in, so that we can be more open to that, and the Stacies of the world can kind of come into our world. Or, we can hail a car with our boober and finally, catch somebody. Heidi says it's true. I feel fat and unattractive. Heidi, you're not fat and unattractive. But that's the very thing that, that's what he sort of feels like he's doing to me. I mean, let me get closer, because it does feel kind of far off. Maybe you guys, I'll show you a little bit closer what I mean. But it's funny to me because he sort of looks a bit aggressive in nature, and that's not necessarily a King of Swords trait, but to me, I feel like he's really like just a bit relentless. Like, it's like, okay, bud, like, calm down. It's okay to want to be loved. It's okay to want to feel sexy. It's okay to want to feel vulnerable to somebody else. And the other thing too is, in his sort of productivity aggressive sort of state, I mean, he's kind of cut his bodies, or sort of chiseled and done well for himself. Like, he is more attractive than he's realizing, because he's so busy sort of working hard. Does that make sense? So like, if we're being hard on ourselves, maybe we're not seeing ourselves as we truly are. In this scenario, right? We're talking like, because this is the sensual tarot deck, I'm trying to do this in the sense of like sort of love and you know, the possibility of love and being open to that. So I would say work on our thoughts around that, get clear on the thoughts that we have around that. And are we overthinking things? Are we overworking ourselves? Are we being overly critical? Are there truths here that we need to become aware of? Because that would definitely be something that would be associated with the King of Swords. And maybe allowing a little bit more emotion in versus the criticisms and stuff might allow for us to open the doors to something new in this department. I hope that makes sense, you guys. So there you go. And that might be it too, Priscilla. Like, because that could be that the fiery, aggressive nature that I'm seeing in that card. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to close off the camera for a moment and take a moment, and probably I'm actually going to come back on and do charmings in a little bit. And then I'll probably maybe open the Sensual Goddess tomorrow so that I have these ready for, you're welcome, Priscilla. So I have these ready for Saturday, next Saturday, when we do, you know, love and partnership kind of readings and stuff like that. We'll try it with these decks and see what kind of messages come through. If people want them, they're just going to be decks that I'll include up on the table, like we've been doing with the picking the decks kind of thing. So thank you guys for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, please, oh, there goes that squirrel again. Please hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel on YouTube if you feel so inclined, follow my business page on Facebook. This link here that I'll put back in the chat is how to get in touch with me via my Facebook business page, all my socials, like Instagram and things like that. And you can follow me there if you'd like. And I look forward to seeing you guys again really soon. And I will talk to you guys later. All right, have a great day. I'll be back in just a few minutes just to do charmings and stuff. All right, have a good day, you guys. Bye.